15,000 gas wells in North Texas. And we're here today scratching our heads and asking if we need to monitor the air quality. You've got to be kidding. I live with the gas wells and the tank farms in Denton, in the heart of the Barnett Shale. Our community is not only surrounded by the wells, but they're in my neighborhood, some as close as 250 feet from a home. We citizens have pushed our city government for air quality monitoring for 3 years and have run up against a brick wall. Even the wells that surround senior citizens have no special consideration. Our local government hasn't protected our air quality. The state of Texas has not protected our air quality, and now we come to the EPA for a solution. I'm shocked that we have to beg for this protection. Let me remind you that 50 years ago, automobiles had their first mandated emission controls. 50 years ago. So why are we citizens painted as unreasonable when we ask that 15,000 gas wells be monitored for air quality? Let me tell you what's happening in my neighborhood of senior citizens. We have 2 industry giants drilling for gas. With these wells and tanks smack dab in the middle of homes, we are acutely aware of the leaks that occur after drilling. We have had 3 major incidents in the last 6 months. All 3 incidents had to be reported by little old ladies who live next to the tanks. All 3 were major. My point is this: if these wells and tanks had had 24/7 monitoring on them, we citizen sentinels would not be on the front line as watchdogs. When I asked the new City of Denton Gas Well administrator about 24/7 air quality monitoring, he replied, "You have 2,000 sets of eyes in your community. They're the monitors." You've got to be kidding. Here's the mandate. These wells have to be monitored for air quality. I no longer have blue skies in Denton. They're blue-gray. The only time they're blue is after a rain, and that's not often. The pollution haze hangs over Denton County, and it's shameful because it could be prevented. So who pays for the monitoring? Who else but those who profit from the drilling? That's a no-brainer. If I build a factory, I have to comply with air quality regulations. So how did this industry get off scot-free? Not only are they not accountable for air quality, they also have a free pass on the Clean Water Act. That's another bombshell that's waiting to happen when our drinking water and ag water comes out of the ground polluted. It may take a while, but it's coming. So make the drillers pay for the monitoring. They may cry, "Poor me, I have no money," but the industry is spending millions of dollars on television ads, newspaper ads, magazine, radio, billboards, telling us how wonderful they are. Let them cut back their ad budget and pay for my clean air. All wells have to be monitored. The wells that are in, the wells that are drilled, and the wells that are coming. We breathe filthy air because of this industry, and I am here today to tell you we have the technology to solve the problem, and you have the power to make it happen. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I should have gone first. I'm Dr. Margaret Fiedler, M-A-R-G-A-R-E-T-F-I-E-D-L-E-R. I'm a private citizen, her neighbor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm a 60-year-old grandmother, a retired educator, a retired community leader, and I need your help. You see, I'm a citizen of the Shale. I live in a community that has gas wells in it. I live on the Barnett Shale. My neighborhood has had multiple leaks at our existing gas well sites and at our tank farm. In each case, my neighbors and I called in the functioning. It was hissing and releasing some substance into the air. She reported it to the telephone number that was written on the fence to call in case of a problem. I also called that number. The operator that answered said she was the answering service in Oklahoma and would send in the report. Weeks later, I received a call from a gas company representative asking me to tell him what the problem was. He had not received any notification of a problem. He didn't even know the incident. Claudia, another neighbor, heard a horrible squealing noise from one of the well sites as she was walking one of her sons to his car after the Mavericks game and reported the leak. A number of days later, we were notified that the company was working on the problem. Sandy, she lives next door. She called in the terrible noise from the gas tank farm behind her house that wouldn't stop for 2 hours. She said she was too scared to even go to bed. I called TCEQ and 911 when the noise escalated. Is this our job? Is this our new job in retirement, monitoring existing gas wells? Are we the citizen sentinels of existing gas wells? According to the city, the answer is yes. We have met with our city leaders and begged them for help, but our response is that it's the gas wells industry to monitor itself. We have talked with the gas well representatives, and they stated that someone visits each site daily to monitor it. But the leaks occur at night, after a 9 to 5 day, and the only one here monitoring it is us. When I called CEQ at 7:30 at night, after listening to the noise from the tank farm for over an hour and a half, I received a case number and a promise that someone would be calling me back. And yes, I received a call, 8:44 p.m., almost 2 hours later, from a gentleman that couldn't even find my location. He said it wasn't on his GPS, and that he had to go to Google Earth on his computer to locate the tank farm behind our house. According to Sandy, the leak had started at 6 p.m., and now almost 3 hours later, someone from the state is getting back to me. Not that he could help me. You see, he said it was too late and dangerous to go out at night, and that someone would get back to me tomorrow. I reported the incident to the city. They notified me that they were requiring the driller to install new safeguards at the tank site, but not 24/7 monitoring. So I'm back to work as the Citizen Sentinel, along with Sandy, Connie, and Claudia. But is this really our job? Isn't it the government's responsibility to provide protection for its citizens? Why am I here today? I am asking you, the EPA, for protection. Isn't it your job to make sure the air I breathe is clean air? We need protection. I need clean air. I am a cancer survivor. I have battled one disease, and I don't need another from dirty air. I need better monitoring systems 24/7 than a series of old ladies who happen to be walking, sitting on their back porch, or just listening with their windows open. I need these 4 new air regulations for the oil and gas industry that are being proposed. I need clean air. I Googled what the ramifications for natural gas leaks, and my response from Just Ask It was only 3 words: death or explosion. This is why I monitor. This is why I am a Gas Well Sentinel. But really, I and my girlfriends are all over 60. We need rest. We need help. We need your help. Please, what are you waiting for?